Yesterday was one of those days that reminded everyone why baseball can be so thrilling. The Dodgers went into San Francisco and came out asserting themselves in a way that left no doubts about who was in control. The Giants were no match yesterday, and the Dodgers left the field with a performance that made fans jump out of their seats. But just when you think everything is lining up perfectly, life throws a curveball, or in this case, a roster shakeup that nobody wanted to see. Will Smith, the guy we were all counting on to be back in action, is heading back to the injured list, and this time it's retroactive to September 10th. That means he won't be seeing game action for at least another week. And for a team like the Dodgers, that absence is more than just a gap on the roster. It's a hole in the heart of the lineup. Fans have been hoping for signs of progress, and it seemed like things were moving in the right direction with Will. But the reality is tougher than any fastball. According to management, the improvement just hasn't come fast enough, and as hard as it is to accept, he's going to have to spend more time rehabbing before he can be activated again. It's a tough pill to swallow when you're watching the games and seeing what he brings to the team, the energy, the clutch moments, the leadership behind the plate, and then realizing he's missing yet another stretch of critical games. The team has to adapt, and fortunately, there are players stepping up, but still leaves fans and analysts alike wondering how this will affect the dynamic when Will returns. With Smith sidelined, the Dodgers made a series of moves to cover the void, and the focus has been squarely on the catching position. Chucky Robinson has been called up from Oklahoma City to serve as the backup, which is an interesting development. He's solid behind the plate, but the question of hierarchy looms large. Dalton Rushing, currently on a rehab assignment, is also in a mix, but the situation raises an inevitable question. With Will healthy and Ravit continuing to perform at a high level, who ends up as the backup catcher when everyone is available? The numbers, the consistency, and the impact Ravit has had since joining the Dodgers make a strong case for him to hold that role. He wasn't hitting like this before coming to Los Angeles, but his recent performances have been impressive. He's consistently putting hits on the board, contributing runs, and showing a level of reliability that makes it hard to justify benching him when the team finally gets everyone back in a mix. Meanwhile, the Dodgers' offense has been absolutely on fire. The bats exploded in yesterday's matchup, delivering a total of 17 hits. It's the kind of performance that reminds you why the Dodgers are still a powerhouse in the league. The hitters seem to thrive following certain pitching matchups, almost like they're finding their rhythm once the team shakes off a previous struggle. Ohtani continues to impress, climbing to a batting average of .282 with 3 hits in the last game alone. Betts is contributing consistently, the kind of steady presence that reassures fans and teammates alike. Freddie is doing his part with multiple hits and 2 runs batted in, while Muni got in on the action before being taken out, showing he's still a key piece even in a limited role. Third base has seen some ups and downs, with Kick struggling under the 200 mark, but there are signs of improvement, and Hernandez seems to be trending positively as well. Conforto is adding his contributions, whether through hits, RBIs, or walks, and he continues to show that just doing enough in key moments keeps him in the game. Ravit, again, stands out for his consistency in production, reinforcing why he should be considered the backup once Will returns. The pitching side had its own mix of highs and concerns. Kershaw, as always, is a player whose first inning can make or break his game. Lately, the first inning has been a problem, with a few games where he's given up 4 runs before settling in. It's a reminder that even the legends have vulnerabilities and that the postseason will demand absolute precision. If he's starting in critical games and continues to struggle in the opening frame, it could be a significant issue. That said, other pitchers like Enriquez have been impressive, striking out batters efficiently and showing great command of both velocity and placement. Yates has had a rough outing, giving up hits and runs, but bullpen performances vary, and there are bright spots. Robleski is quietly making a case for postseason inclusion, delivering key innings and striking out batters when it matters. Kopech has had a mixed performance with some walks, but Tanner Scott has been utilized in lower-pressure situations to rebuild confidence, which is exactly the strategy the Dodgers need to employ. By carefully managing pitchers' innings and matchups, the team can ensure that everyone is ready for the high-stakes games ahead without risking overexposure or injury. Standing in the National League West, the Dodgers are in a strong position. San Diego also won yesterday, keeping the gap steady at 2.5 games. But the Dodgers have increased their lead over San Francisco to 8 games. That gives the team a comfortable cushion, but with 14 games remaining in the season, every matchup still carries weight. The schedule is a mix of road and home games, starting with the last matchup against the Giants and then moving into a long 7-game homestand. These are the games that could define the season and potentially lock in the top seed in the division. Following that, the Dodgers face the Diamondbacks and Mariners, making the remaining stretch a test of depth, endurance, and execution. Managing the bullpen, keeping hitters healthy, and adjusting the lineup to compensate for absences like Wills will be critical. Every decision, from pinch hitters to pitcher rotations, will play a role in maintaining momentum and securing the necessary wins. Offensively, the team has been balancing power with situational hitting. The key is not just racking up hits, but producing runs at crucial moments. Yesterday, multiple players contributed, and it felt like a coordinated effort rather than individual streaks. Ohtani, Betts, Freddie, Muni, Conforto, and Ravit all played roles in a performance that reminded everyone that when the Dodgers lineup clicks, they're nearly unstoppable. Even with setbacks like Muni taking a hit from a fastball, the team demonstrated resilience, showing that focus, strategy, and depth can carry the day. Watching the Dodgers hitters come through in these moments is a reminder of why baseball is such a compelling sport. Every at-bat, every pitch, and every defensive play can shift the balance between victory and defeat. The Dodgers' approach, balancing offense and pitching strategy, sets the stage for today's rubber match. With key players recovering and the team continuing to shuffle the lineup to optimize performance, the pressure is on to maintain their winning streak and solidify their standing. The combination of experience, emerging talent, and calculated roster moves creates an environment where the Dodgers are prepared for both expected and unexpected challenges. Fans can expect high-energy plays, strategic pitching decisions, and a lineup that, even with temporary absences, continues to produce results that matter. It's a delicate dance of timing, skill, and adaptability, but the Dodgers have shown they can manage it with the kind of poise and execution that separates contenders from the rest. As we look ahead to today's matchup, the rubber game against the Giants is shaping up to be a fascinating test of resilience and depth. The Dodgers are heading into it with a lineup that's still adjusting, with Will Smith out and the backup catcher situation becoming more defined by the day. Ravit has stepped up admirably, showing that he can handle the pressure behind the plate while contributing offensively. His performance has been a revelation, turning what could have been a vulnerable spot into a strength, and it's exactly this kind of adaptability that will carry the Dodgers through the final stretch of the season. Every pitch, every at-bat, and every defensive play is magnified right now because the margin for error is smaller than ever. The Dodgers know this, and they're approaching it with a mix of strategy and urgency that's thrilling to watch. The bullpen, as always, is a story in itself. Kershaw's first inning struggles have been a point of concern, and while his track record speaks for itself, the timing couldn't be more critical. Giving up multiple runs in the opening frame is not sustainable, especially with the postseason looming on the horizon. It's a reminder that even legends have their vulnerabilities, and the team has to be ready to support him, whether through strategic reliever usage or defensive adjustments. Enriquez continues to shine with his mix of high-velocity fastballs and precise placement, making him a go-to option when the team needs consistency. Robleski has quietly emerged as a bullpen asset, delivering innings with strikeouts and maintaining composure under pressure, while Kopech has shown flashes of potential despite occasional walks. Tanner Scott's careful reintegration into lower-stress situations is smart management, ensuring he rebuilds confidence without jeopardizing games, and it's a subtle but crucial part of the Dodgers' strategy as they prepare for the grind of the final games and beyond. Offensively, the Dodgers have shown that they can strike at any moment. 17 hits yesterday weren't just a fluke. They were the product of timing, preparation, and a lineup filled with players capable of stepping up. Ohtani continues to provide power and consistency, climbing steadily in batting average while delivering key hits when the situation demands. Betts, ever reliable, is back to his steady contributions, giving the team a mix of speed, power, and situational awareness that complements the rest of the lineup. Freddie has found a rhythm, driving in runs and helping to sustain rallies, while Muni's involvement, even limited by a hit-by-pitch, demonstrates his value to the team. Conforto, contributing with hits, RBIs, and walks, is quietly doing the work that keeps him in the lineup and strengthens the team overall. Every player has a role, and yesterday's performance highlighted how depth and versatility can translate into real game results. Defensively, the Dodgers have been solid, though there are areas to watch. Kick has struggled a bit at third base, batting below the 200 mark, but the overall defensive structure has held up, allowing the pitching staff to work through innings with confidence. Hernandez seems to be regaining form, trending in the right direction and providing the kind of consistency that keeps the infield stable. Ravit's work behind the plate has been impressive, handling pitchers and maintaining focus even in high-pressure situations. These defensive efforts, combined with timely hitting, are what allow the Dodgers to stay competitive even when key players are absent. It's a testament to both coaching and player adaptability, and it's one of the reasons this team has remained at the top of the standings. Looking at the standings, the Dodgers are in a strong position, but there's no room for complacency. San Diego's performance keeps them just a couple of games back, and the Giants are now 8 games behind, fading out of contention for the division lead. This gives the Dodgers breathing room, but the final 14 games of the season will decide seeding and momentum going into the postseason. The schedule is a mixture of home and away games, with critical stretches coming in the next few weeks. The upcoming 7-game homestand is a golden opportunity to solidify the top spot in the division, provided the team can maintain focus, manage pitchers' workloads, and navigate any lingering injuries. Following that, road trips against the Diamondbacks and Mariners will test the team's endurance and strategic depth, particularly as they balance recovery, lineup rotations, and bullpen usage. The interplay between offense and pitching will continue to define the Dodgers' success. High-powered hitting is thrilling, but it only works in concert with smart pitcher management and strong defense. Each player's contribution, from the stars to the role players, matters more than ever. Muni's ability to stay involved despite getting hit by pitches, Ohtani's timely hitting, and Ravit's unexpected emergence behind the plate are all examples of how depth allows the Dodgers to weather challenges. At the same time, the pitching staff's ability to adapt, whether through Kershaw managing first-inning struggles or Enriquez providing dominant innings, will be the backbone of the team as they move closer to the playoffs. Every decision, every rotation, and every at-bat counts, and the Dodgers are proving that they can respond to adversity while still performing at an elite level. In terms of strategy, Dave Roberts' management of both pitchers and position players will be crucial over the next several games. Balancing the need to protect players like Will Smith, manage pitchers' workloads, and still win critical games requires a delicate mix of intuition, data, and experience. The Dodgers have shown in the past that they can make these decisions effectively, and yesterday's performances provided a blueprint for how to handle absences and capitalize on strengths. The 7-game homestand, in particular, will be a test of stamina, depth, and consistency. Players will need to stay sharp, avoid injury, and maintain focus as the season's end approaches. With such a compact schedule, every day counts, and the Dodgers' ability to manage these pressures will ultimately determine their positioning for the postseason. But before we move forward, don't forget to join our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest news about the Los Angeles Dodgers. We'd love to hear your thoughts on the news, so drop a comment below. Explosive news is shaking the baseball world. Whispers around the league suggest that Kyle Tucker, the Houston Astros sensational slugger, is set to don a Dodgers uniform in what could become one of the most headline-grabbing deals of the decade. Sources close to the front offices are hinting at a record-breaking agreement, sparking intense speculation among fans, analysts, and rival teams alike. While neither the Dodgers nor Tucker's camp have made an official announcement, The rumor mill is running wild with possibilities. Tucker, known for his prodigious power at the plate and uncanny ability to change the course of a game with a single swing, would instantly transform the Dodgers lineup into an even more fearsome force. His blend of athleticism, timing, and baseball IQ has made him one of the most coveted players in the sport, and the prospect of pairing him with Los Angeles' already deep roster has sent imagination soaring. Industry insiders are suggesting that the deal could surpass previous franchise records, signaling a serious commitment by the Dodgers to dominate in the National League and beyond. Speculation about Tucker's move has sparked intense debates on social media, with fans divided between excitement and disbelief. Some see this as the ultimate power play, a team willing to rewrite history to assemble a juggernaut, while others question whether the pressure of a massive contract could weigh on the young star. Meanwhile, rival teams are reportedly scrambling to adjust their strategies, knowing that the Dodgers' offensive capabilities could reach unprecedented heights with Tucker in the mix. Adding fuel to the rumor fire, reports indicate that talks have been highly secretive, with negotiators meeting behind closed doors and insiders leaking tantalizing details in dribs and drabs. Analysts are already projecting what Tucker could bring to Dodger Stadium: explosive home runs, clutch hits in playoff pressure situations, and a surge in ticket sales as fans clamor to see one of the game's brightest stars in blue. While the official word is still pending, one thing is certain. If this deal comes to fruition, it will be remembered as a turning point in Major League Baseball, a bold statement that Los Angeles is all in on creating a dynasty. Until then, the buzz continues, and the baseball world waits with bated breath, imagining a lineup that could strike fear into every pitcher across the league. Kyle Tucker and Dodgers Blue? The rumor alone has already ignited a frenzy. That's all for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay up to date with exclusive news about the Los Angeles Dodgers, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We always appreciate your comments and feedback. See you in the next video.